Hey guys, I think consensus from the last video is we're going to try and get the 1950 Buick Special fired up and running. Follow along, we'll make a little shopping list today. Thanks for watching. Unfortunately, a little bit of bad news. About the time that I shot the last video, somebody's come up here and taken out this back window. They tried breaking the back one, managed to take a couple of stone chips out of it. Here. Hopefully no permanent damage there. And they broke this window. And over here on the 46 Buick, they smashed the back window out. Now, I put the fan blade there. I don't blame them for that. But this window was in one piece in the last video. Not real impressive. Let me get the hood opened up. We'll give this engine a once over, or see what kind of stuff we're going to need in order to get this thing to possibly fire up at some point. Buicks were kind of unique in this day. Rather than going up like a conventional hood, they tilt either one way or the other, or they can lift right off. And there's a kind of a screw thing here that there's supposed to be a tool in the glove box to work with. Of course, that tool's long gone, but big flat blade screwdriver should be able to engage and disengage the locks. Neither side is locked on this, so if I pick up on this, it should kind of slide off to the front. Let me bring you guys in here and we'll take a look at what we've got to work with. Obviously, we've got no carburetor. That's going to be a problem. There's the fuel line. I'm thinking that's probably the vacuum advance. All those bits and pieces. Big generator and voltage regulators there, but that's not anything we're likely going to have to deal with. Basically, we want to get this thing fired up and running. In there on the passenger seat is the air cleaner. I have a couple of carburetors that would probably work on this car, but one of the unique things, that's the ignition switch. Buicks use a gas pedal starting. So what they do is they press on the gas pedal when the engine's not running, and there's a little switch on the side of it attached to the throttle linkage that engages your starter. So when the engine starts turning over, basically your foot's on the floor. I don't know if that's a great idea or not. It seems kind of an odd setup to me. Nash, I know, used a starter underneath the clutch pedal, so that you absolutely had to have your clutch pressed in order to start the vehicle. So the carburetors that I have are off of a Pontiac or Oldsmobile, similar size engine, but they don't have the start mechanism built into it. Over here we have the distributor, we have a coil, the battery. It's kind of an odd shaped battery. I don't know if you'd call that like a suitcase style or not. Here's our distributor. What do we got under here? Ooh, we appear to be missing some parts. We've got an advance plate, but we don't have points, condenser, or rotor. That's good to know. Have to get that ordered in, because it's not going to start without it. Now, this thing's been sitting here for 22 years without a carburetor on it, and I don't know how long it's had in the junkyard. Let's just see what happens. Did you guys see that? The harmonic balancer is moving. This thing's not stuck. Well, this just got a whole lot more interesting. I was figuring we were going to have to pull the head off of this in order to get the engine fired up. Let me look around in the car and see if we've got any parts kicking around. I'll bring you back in a minute. Well, look what I found sitting beside sitting behind the seat. It is a carburetor. It is not the right carburetor. It is fits on the base, but I think it's backwards. This should be on the other side, like that. But now we don't have a connection between the throttle and the throttle on the carburetor. The carburetor is not stuck, and it doesn't have an automatic choke. This style of carburetor is supposed to have an automatic choke. So this obviously isn't the carb for this car, but hey, at least it'll keep some of the crap out of there. That's a good thing. So what do we got? We got points, condenser. Maybe we'll find the whole ignition plate. Get a proper carburetor and a carburetor rebuild kit. Battery, I don't have this style of battery, but I do have one. And let's check the oil. It's low, below the add line. It doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look like it's overfilled with water or anything. I think you might have a viable running candidate here. Well, that's not for today. I didn't bring any tools with me, so we'll have to come back at this another day. But let me get some of these parts ordered in, and then we'll see what we can do. If you got this far in the video, give me a thumb up, give me a like. If you want to see more of this kind of content from Doug's Messy Garage, hit that subscribe button, maybe consider ringing the bell icon, and we'll catch you guys in the next mess. Thanks for watching.